Hi, I'm Neil, and I'm going to be your guide throughout this course. In the last step, you thought about how confident you feel about speaking English, and in particular, how you feel about grammar, vocabulary, fluency, and pronunciation. Those four areas are the things the examiner will be considering in the IELTS speaking test. Fluency and coherence, how fluently you speak. Lexical resource, your range of vocabulary. Grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. My students usually tell me that grammar is the one they most want to improve, but everyone's different, and all four areas are equally important to doing well in the test, so we'll look at them all during this course. This week, we'll start by looking at fluency and coherence. But first of all, like any task, you can't really do a good job unless you know exactly what you have to do. So let's take a look at the different parts of the IELTS speaking test. The speaking test lasts between 11 and 14 minutes and has three parts. Part 1 takes 4 to 5 minutes, and the examiner will mostly ask you about familiar topics: home, family, work and interests, things like that. In Part 2, you're given a card with a topic, and you have to talk about that topic for up to 2 minutes. You get a minute to prepare what you're going to say, so this part of the test takes 3 to 4 minutes. Finally, in Part 3, the examiner will ask you questions related to the topic in Part 2. These questions will ask you to talk about more abstract ideas than the familiar things you talked about in Part 1. Part 3 lasts 4 to 5 minutes. This week, we'll concentrate on Part 1 of the test, talking about familiar topics. You'll find out exactly what the examiner is looking for, and you'll learn strategies for giving the kind of answers they want to hear. But before all of that, in the next step, we're going to look at ways of getting the most out of this course.